What's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. Before we get started, can I say something? Hoodies, sweaters, t-shirts available at www.rodneythavoice.com. The link will be in the description box. Let me just start off by saying this. We just gonna talk. I okay. Let me start. Okay, let me give a compliment. I think Tasha is the best vocalist in the group Xscape. And then, of course, I think its next in line is Tamika. Does Tasha still sing like it's 1993? Yeah, she do. But she still is the best vocalist, and I think we all know that. With that being said, for the life of me, I cannot understand why Candy Burris, Tamika Harris, Tiny Harris, and Tamika Scott have not come together as a group and girl released Miss Tasha to the gospel community. Girl, I just don't understand. And I feel like at the end of the episode, when they realize that Tamika, I keep getting them confused. Yeah, Tasha. When Tasha wasn't coming to the rehearsal, I felt like Tiny is the one that don't really say nothing, and she know Candy might say it, because I felt like Tiny was trying to gas Candy up to say, we need to fire her. We need to let her go. Say what you got to say. Say it. Say it. No, you say it. I think that Tiny was trying to gas Candy up. I think that Candy and Tiny have probably have had private conversations about Tasha and her continuing to be a part of the group. And I think that Tiny was trying to gas Candy up to say it, but Candy just, didn't say it. Tamika felt some type of way, but the truth of the matter is, like she said, Candy was absolutely right. It's not fair. Listen, when Candy is right, Candy is right. When Candy is wrong, Candy is wrong. Candy got 11 jobs, okay? Candy out here doing TikToks and girl skits with T.S. Madison and girl dressing up for Halloween and girl doing all types of stuff on the internet, girl producing plays and opening up restaurants and girl writing songs and touring. If Candy got time to meet up and for rehearsal and has enough decency, and professionalism to meet up, then I don't understand what the deal is. No, you know what? I just figured it out that fast. I don't know. After all of what I just said, because Tasha got her solo deal. That's why she didn't care about meeting up for rehearsal. Now, I don't know if that's how it panned out, if Tamika was really at the house, because you never know, but not Tamika. I don't know if Tasha was really at the house while Xscape was at rehearsal, but nonetheless, the simple fact that she wasn't there. And then, like, at some point, we just have to call a thing. I'm looking at Tiny, Candy, and Tamika like they stupid. Because at some point, y'all are allowing this behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, y'all should have nipped this in the butt a long time ago. So I don't think it's fair that, girl, Candy with all the jobs she got, Tiny with all them children she got, and Tamika over there trying to figure out how she gonna come up with this $30,000 and paying taxes on it, while they can all come together and, do what needs to be done and meet up for rehearsal. But girl, and then, make sure that everybody is together. But then Tasha can just pop up on the day of the show and get paid and then go home. Yes, there's a possibility that the steps may be the same, but why do you feel that, like, and if I was a fan to the point where, girl, like, I'm going to their concert, I would feel some type of way if I knew that Girl, you're really not taking, I'm paying my money and you're really not taking your job seriously. Like, girl, you're not even showing up to practice. And we know y'all ain't got a lot to do. It ain't like y'all in there doing a whole Ciara routine. So we're not gonna sit here and act like they TLC and they, creeping and girl dancing. No, they gonna do a quick one too, but girl, it's just the principle, girl. You can't show up to rehearsal. And girl, y'all sitting there mad, Candy mad because the other two ain't mad, or they ain't mad enough. When it's like, girl, y'all need to kick her out. Y'all need to kick her out. And that is going to be a part of Xscape's legacy. Sorry. We started out with 4, so whenever y'all finally tell y'all story, when it get to the end, when it get to 2023, we were down to 3. Destiny's Child went through, girl, they started out with, well, I think they started out with more girls. But when they were introduced to us, they had Beyonce, Kelly, Latavia, and Latoya. Girl, by the time the Writings on the Wall came, honey, they were already out with an album. Girl, I had already shot videos or a video. Girl, I think videos. Girl, by the time they got to Say My Name, girl, Latoya and Latavia wasn't in the group no more. They had brought on Michelle and Farrah. Girl, we looked up again, girl. Farrah was gone. It was Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. So, if they can do all of that, girl, y'all can go ahead and kick Miss Tasha on out the group. She'll be all right. Let her husband, like what did Rocky say the other day on that phone call with Tasha K? He a black man holding his family down. Let him continue to hold his family down. They'll be all right. They sounded good. I've been saying this, that as much as I think Tasha is the best singer in the group, I don't think that it's not like Tasha is needed. Like that, would it probably sound better with 4 voices? Yes, because that's what we're used to. But when they were in rehearsal, I was like, they sound good to me. Now, was it probably a little bit out of Tamika's range? Because Mama was, she was there, but girl, you could tell she was probably holding her cheeks together, trying to get them notes out. But she still did it nonetheless. I thought they sounded great. All right, anyways, girl, I started all the way at the end of the episode. Coco and Taj meet up. Again, for what it sounds like, Coco was a BITCH back in the day, basically. That's pretty much what it sounds like. Now they're grown. They're grown women. They're 50 plus years old. So now they know how to communicate better, and it's not none of that catty stuff, They don't like the way Xscape tried to do them. I don't blame them, because if this is really supposed to be about, 2 black R&B groups coming together in the name of the fans, in the name of history, then girl, why is it such a big deal for us to just co-headline? Why? They let it be known that they've worked with En Vogue and TLC and Tasha. They done sold more records than both of them. Basically, we ain't had none of these issues with them. And we know TLC sold more records than Xscape. Okay? Coco says she don't think that her ego stepped in yet, but she waiting. I said, I know that's right. I'm waiting for that old Coco to step in. I'm waiting for that Coco from when they had their own TV show. It only was 1 season, which I was so mad about because that was a good reality show. I'm waiting for that Coco to step in. Okay. The manager goes over to Lily's house. He gets a cup of water. When I say I hollered when Lily pulled out them red cups. I say yourself. Girl, when Lily pulled out the red cups, I will say this much. If it's your first time in my house, I will try to give you a glass. I'm not being, even though I don't really wash dishes, I have a dishwasher. But for the most part, I use my dishwasher. Um, but even then, girl, if I can avoid even girl having to mess dishes up, girl, I got some red cups in my cabinet too. But I will say, if it's your first time, it probably wasn't his first time over there, girl. I just thought about that. It probably wasn't his first time over there, girl. That is their manager, girl. But it was just funny to me that when she put out those red cups, it was like, I don't like to wash dishes, and she rinsed that cup out, put up some water in that cup. I said, I know that's right. She's writing her sex book. She says it is not as easy as people think that it might be. I would not think it's easy, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people. I would think that when you're writing a sex book, it can't be too graphic, right? Because some people will clutch their pearls and be turned off, but you also want to make it realistic too. So I think there's like a line that you don't want to cross. You kind of just want to tiptoe it. Tamika and Taj, they meet up. They basically are going over ideas. Tamika did say that usually the ones who, I guess, kind of come up with how I guess the set is gonna be, or that has to do with, I guess, touring, is usually like what's her name, Tasha, and I think she even said Candy, but she wants to kind of step in that area, I guess get some expertise underneath her belt. Later on in the episode, girl, when they met up, girls, they had brought, I guess, the creative director. I think his name was Steve. I can't remember his name. And girl, you could tell that Tasha was bothered. I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing at Candy in a confessional, because she knew that Tasha was bothered. Because again, Tasha and Tamika did say that Tasha usually is the one, I guess, who kind of drives that car. But Tamika wanted to kind of step in and do it this time. But you could tell Tasha was bothered. But she's coming up with all types of ideas. Just girl, Tamika want to get some horses. Girl, I said get some horses. Girl, Tamika wants some horses. They have a meeting at Taj's condo. Girl, when I tell you, that was one of the most ghettoest meetings. Girl, when I tell you, when I tell you, Coco and Taj threw, girl, 2 slices of ham, girl, 3 slices of turkey, girl, I think they had about 5 slices of cheese, 4 bottles of water, and girl, 1 bottle of white and 1 bottle of red wine. It said, girl, it wasn't no cracker inside. I said, girl, y'all couldn't put no butter cracker, no Ritz cracker. It wasn't a grape inside, not a strawberry, not a blueberry, not a blackberry. I said, girl, y'all ain't got no grape. Girl, when I tell you, Coco slapped that meat on that plate. Girl, I said, girl. Now, girl, Candy gonna eat that by herself. And girl, y'all know Candy like her food. So I'm like, girl, what the other girls gonna eat? Anyways, child. They're talking, and then Coco's basically, and I was thinking the same thing too. Like, even when Tamika and Taj met up, I was like, why are they meeting up? Like, we already know that y'all have an issue with who's going to co-line. I mean, if y'all are going to co-headline or whatever. That sounds like that's the biggest elephant in the room. So I would feel like that needs to be addressed before, girl, we even start talking about, girl, how the tour is going to look and, girl, all this other mess. So Coco basically says, what's going on with the headlining? And then, girl, she look at Candy. She say, Candy. I guess because Candy has been, like, I guess, a spokesperson for the group. Candy says that she's fine whatever. I'm spitting all in y'all face. Candy says that she's fine with whatever the group wants to do. And Tasha speaks up and basically says, we just gonna co-headline, girl. I think Candy said that Tamika and Tiny, I think they wanted to headline, but Tasha went ahead and made the decision. I mean, I already think they should. Girl, let me shut up. Coco, Candy, and Tasha meet up to go over how the list, to go over the arrangement, the songs they're gonna choose, the songs they're gonna sing. I have said, and I still stand by it. I do believe that the two that were the biggest problems in Xscape was Candy and Tasha. I do believe that, and I think that and then I think Tamika, because Tasha was her big sister, she was a headache. But I think that it was more so Candy and Tasha. I think now it's more so Tasha. When I tell you, if I was Candy, I would have slapped the shit out of Tasha. Girl, I'm not playing this game with you, girl. Girl, so they in there playing the game, girl. Girl, they in there, girl, trying to come up with the songs. And I guess, I don't know why, but Tasha doesn't like to sing Run to the Arms of the One Who Loves You. That's a long time. I think that's the actual title of the song. Anyways, she doesn't like to sing Run to the Arms. From what it sounded like, from what Candy said. So Candy is asking her, like, I guess, like, what's your input? And she's like, nope, no. And so Coco is like, you ain't really, like, Coco was basically like, I guess asking her what was wrong. Have you thought about it? And she was like, no, I ain't really put no thought into it. Girl, what? Girl, I'm gonna say Candy was sitting there like this. Girl, the funniest part. Girl, go back and watch it. Girl. Go back and watch Jalen's Coco's son expression. Girl, go back and look how he was looking. Like, this bitch. Girl! This is the truth. We speak truth on my channel. Out of the way that Tasha act is the way that you would think that Candy would act. Like, Tasha, your attitude does not match your resume, and your resume does not match your attitude. Like, girl, all I'm saying is, girl, like, you would swear up and down that Tasha, girl, was on the charts, still got a song floating on the charts somewhere. Girl, Tasha, your attitude is stinking to dank. Like, girl, it's stank. And I really don't think this gospel album gonna do nothing because, girl, most of the people don't like you. And quiet as it's kept, I'm just gonna be honest. Congratulations to Tasha for finally living out her dreams. But I really think the only reason why Tasha did this gospel album is because that was the only way for her to finally live out her dream. Because she wasn't nobody gonna sign her for an R&B album. So I think the next thing she could do was say, well, let me just go to the gospel route so I can try to live out my dream of being a solo artist. This is no tea, no shade. I'm not no real big religious person. Y'all already know, girl, that's really not my ministry. But I am a little old school in some ways, and I do believe that, girl, sometimes, yeah, I'm not saying that just because I think this way, that means it's the right way. But I do believe that, girl, girl, all I'm going to say is this. I saw Tasha on the front of a magazine cover, and Mama was bad. Girl, I wish, girl, what was that magazine cover? I can't remember. It was a magazine cover. She had on all white. It was like a cream outfit with Chanel pearls, and I think I was like, girl, you want to be an R&B artist so bad. Girl, nothing about this cover gives gospel singer. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying a gospel singer got to be covered from head to toe. But girl, I would not assume that a gospel singer would have on what Tasha had on the front of that magazine cover. Anyways, yeah, Tasha, she do too much. They have Taj and Tamika go have a meeting. I think that was a church, and they just turned it. I think it was a church, and then I don't know, because it looked like a church to me. They went from the budget being $30,000 up to $500,000, up back down. Good Tamika, girl, you doing too much. Candy and Don Juan meet up. Candy's pretty much over it. She said it shouldn't be this hard to deal with 4 people. It shouldn't be. Taj and Jalen and Coco go to Press sell Gucci belts. Are they real? I don't know. But shout out to Rashida and Pressed. I'm sure some of y'all got some of them Gucci belts. Shout out to y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing the Gucci belt from Pressed. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Fake it until you make a child. Taj basically tells him he could do both. Go to school and be an artist. Um, I've already said what I said about the situation, as mean as it may sound. Like I said, girl, we have to be real careful because I know Jalen wants to be this artist and he wants to sing. And he has these dreams of being on Billboard and he gonna have songs. And Jalen might be the person to break that wall down. You just never know because I never thought in my life that I would see a Saucy Santana. I never thought I would see a Lil Nas X. But I think that if we're being honest, I just think Jalen should have a plan B. That's all I'm saying. Because I just think he should have a plan B. I just think he should have a plan B. Hopefully his music career goes the way that he wants to, and hopefully he proves me wrong, okay? And maybe even his mama wrong too. But I just think Jalen should go to school. Just like she mentioned Meg Thee Stallion. Child, just go to school, get your degree. I think he should go to school and still sing, but I think he should go to school. I do. Because the job that Jalen is trying to do, like, the job that Jalen is trying to do is going to be very difficult just because people are going to judge him from this first and the nails and the makeup, right? Like I said, it worked out for Saucy Santana. But I don't know. Girl, let me shut up, girl. Shout out to Jalen, girl. Jalen, follow your dreams, girl. Girl, I don't wanna discourage nobody from following their dreams. Girl, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams, child. And then I already pretty much talked about the rest of it. Yeah. That was pretty much it. I thought the girl sounded great. Tasha was at home with Rocky, signing her record deal. Girl, that's my man. I said, girl, I hope she read that contract because girl, Rocky them probably put something in that contract. Then probably discuss something with them people at Motown Gospel. You think you got you think you own your masters. You gonna look up and Rocky, girl, Rocky, Bivens gonna own the masters. But you know how she is about her man. My husband, my husband, my husband. My man, my man, my man. Oh, the road manager, Shane. Girl. I don't want to talk about nobody. I don't know. I'm gonna say this much. Shane was probably nervous because she was on TV. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it alone because the way she walked up. Girl, I said, girl, let me shut up. I'm gonna leave it alone. Shout out to Shane. Shane, I want you to get used to the camera and stop walking up like you 5 years old. Feet, girl. I don't. Girl, you the whole role manager, girl. Let me shut up, girl. All right, that's it. That's all I got. I'll talk to y'all next. Let me make sure that's all I got. Yeah, that's it, y'all. That's gonna have to be it. All right, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.